Forgiveness is a great healer. In my previous video, I shared how my stepfather shot and killed my mother and shot me in both arms. And he put the gun to his head the same day. Well, that happened over 30 years ago. And I shared with you how miraculously God did this work in my heart that before I left the hospital, I was in the hospital for around 3 weeks. Before I left the hospital, I had a supernatural encounter and God enabled me to forgive. And oftentimes I wonder what my life would have been like if God did not do that miracle. You see, I could not explain to others at the time that even though this awful, horrible thing had happened to me, that there was this joy on the inside. And I remember, encountering either my friends or my mother's friends, and they would, just silently come up to me, "Hey, Marcy, how are you doing?" And I'd be like, "I'm doing great. How are you?" And I remember the shock on their face. Because how do you recover from that and have any level of joy in your life? And I will say that it's because God enabled me to forgive. And forgiveness is so powerful. It heals your heart. It heals your heart. If there is a hurt that you are experiencing, if somebody has done you wrong, I encourage you to forgive them. And it may seem difficult for you to do it on your own, but can I encourage you today to cry out to God and ask Him to help you to forgive? I've often told people you can use my name and say, "God, the same way you helped that lady Marcia, please help me in the same way." You see, forgiveness will wreck you from the inside out. Bitterness, resentment happened. And do you know that unforgiveness in your heart can cause physical ailment? There was a study done at one of these hospitals where a lot of people with back pain and neck pain, they discovered that a lot of them was walking around with unforgiveness in their hearts. And so when I say that forgiveness is a healer, it heals your heart, heals your emotion. And can I also tell you another great thing that God did? With forgiveness, and as you seek God, God can even heal the memory of that pain, of that offense, that you can remember it like I can, and there is no angst, that pain is not there when you tell your story or when you recall it. So this is a supernatural work of God. When He says to us in the Lord's Prayer that we ask Him to forgive our debts as we forgive those who sin against us, God knows that it's for our good. When He says to us to forgive 70 times 7, He knows that it's for our good. Forgiveness brings healing to our hearts. And I want to encourage you again today, do not hold on to offense. Do not hold on to hurt. God desires for you to walk in the fullness of joy, that which He died on the cross for your sins so that you can experience. And so I encourage you, release it, give it to God, and say, "Lord, help me to forgive." And I tell you that He will. And that will bring healing to your heart. So this is my morning joy for you today. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.